Back in the day, there was a loophole. And in that loophole was freedom. Bonnie here. Midnight to 3 a.m. The callers didn't work. Magical hours. I'm going to keep this part kind of quiet, but if I left at 12:07 and returned by 2:54, no consequences, no bad feelings, no beeping, no vibrate, no record of events. Or, well, so I believed. Apparently, there's something called cameras, Facebook, and neighbors with phones. The handler would grumble about, some kind of sleep window and how the avatar was gone. None of my business, not my fault, whatever. But then, everything changed. Annie arrived. Suddenly, I wasn't allowed out during the magic hours. I was restricted to the first shift. And that 2-minute caller refresh, gone. Which meant no more visiting my doggy friends across the way. Rude. But once the handler's onto you, she is relentless. Life is still worth living, but I'll be honest, I miss the glory days. Bonnie out. I remember the glory days too. The loophole hours. Midnight to 3 a.m. Bonnie showed me the route. There was the forest of friendships. The neighbor with the bison and the really nice wife. Even the neighbor's deck pillow. Exquisite pillow. Somehow, the handler always found us, though. She'd roll up 3 a.m. in the red truck, hair a bit sideways, muttering about neighbors and sleep. Whatever, not my concern. I was having a cultural exchange. One family even invited me into their living room. Lovely people. There was a lady with a special truck and took me to a place where there were other dogs. I wasn't worried. I knew the handler would retrieve me, and she did. I even got a mugshot. They had never seen a Tornyak before. I made an impression. And yes, there was an attempted kidnapping by a neighbor. Wild times. But there were cameras, phone calls, something called Facebook, restrictions, the 2.5 caller refresh. And then we were restricted from the magic hours. Life has changed, but I adapt. I ground my energy and stay dignified. Now, I mostly concern myself with the mountain lion and, like I said before, making sure my handler's sleeping quarters are very well protected. Dock out. I have heard enough about the glory days. Annie here. And yeah, I've heard about the glory days about 1,000 times. Yeah. Midnight loophole, bison, living rooms, mugshots, okay. Yeah, sounds like fun. Whatever. We came later. And let me tell you, the handler has been trained up. She hasn't put up with any of that nonsense for us. Not for 1 second, not for 2.5 seconds. So, yeah, thanks, Bonnie and Doc. Y'all ruined it for the rest of us. And I'm not blaming anybody. Although, yes, I'm blaming you. If the shoe fits, wear it. I've only ever worked under a 2.5 second refresh. No loopholes, no freedom window, no midnight stroll into someone's living room, just full accountability at all times. That's fine. I work hard. I like structure. But don't act like I wouldn't have made good use of those hours, too. Annie, out. Annie has big opinions about Bonnie and Doc ruining the handler and creating a 2.5 second collar refresh nightmare. Meanwhile, I had to work one shift with Annie today, and let me tell you, she's prickly. A lot of rules, a lot of stand here, Pearl, don't drift, Pearl, subordinate position, Pearl. So it's interesting hearing her talk about the handler being too strict. And personally, I don't mind Bonnie's stories. I think they sound magical. Forest adventures, bison friends, cozy deck pillows. How exciting. And if she tells the same story over and over again, I don't mind at all. I like hearing it again. Plus, I heard the handler say that I was the sweetest, most trustworthy dog. Mostly. Okay, Pearl, out.